Hey there, I'm author Sarah A. Chrisman. You can find my books on Amazon. Today I'm going to tell you about Commonplace books. Commonplace books are compilations of quotes from other sources. People have been putting them together since ancient Greece, and they'll often contain bits of advice, bits of philosophy, little bon mots, things that people thought were funny. Basically anything. They're a compilation of quotes that were important to someone at some time. Putting together your own commonplace book by starting with a blank book and writing down quotes that strike your fancy is a great way to help yourself remember things that moved you at various points. Reading someone else's commonplace book is like looking through a window into their soul. It's a way of gaining insights into the ideas and philosophies that helped shape someone else's worldview. And in the process, you might just gain some deeper insights into the world in general, or even about yourself and how you see the world. So I've been compiling various commonplace books for quite a while now, and a few years ago I picked out the very best bits, typed them up, organized them by subject, and then put the result out into the world as my little book, Quotations of Quality, a commonplace book of Victorian advice, wit, and observations on life. And today I'm going to share just a few excerpts from it, and if you want the whole book, you can get it on Amazon. From my earliest boyhood, ancient wearing apparel, old household and kitchen utensils, and antique furniture have appealed to me with peculiar force, telling facts and relating incidents to me in such a plain, homely but graphic manner of the everyday life of our ancestors, that I look upon them more as textbooks than as curiosities, for it is only by the light of truth reflected from these objects that we are enabled to pierce the fiction with which the perspective of years surrounds the commonest objects of those remote times. Dan C. Beard, 1889. The past is our wisest and best instructor. In its dim and shadowy outlines we may, if we will, discern in some measure those elements of wisdom which should guide the present and secure the welfare of the future. Frederick Douglass, 1889. We think the age in which we live is the age, that the people among whom we move are the favorite of the earth, that our ways are the best, that our methods are the nearest allied to those of omniscience, that the crisis we face is the most momentous. As a matter of fact, crises are as regular in the history of nations as the rising of the sun and the going down thereof. Joseph Howard, Jr., 1888. The brave man is an inspiration to the weak and compels a following. Nothing is so contagious as example. We are never much good or much evil without imitators. Anonymous from Good Housekeeping, 1887. Hers was not a nature to be crushed by any trouble. On the contrary, the deeper the water, the better she floated. Darley Dale, 1889. A banished trouble soon starves. By directing attention to uneasy feelings, slight pain is nursed into a hard ache. Some there are to turn over and over a grief or misfortune as a ruminant chews its cud. They find a real enjoyment in complaints, just as some are fond of attending funerals, and so keep up a morbid, miserable iteration that fixes an image in the mind which ought to be forever banished. If you cannot talk about pleasant themes, manage to leave. Refuse to dwell among shadows when there is so much sunshine in the world. Hester M. Poole, 1888. Desire. No joy for which thy hungering heart has panted, no hope it cherishes through the waiting years, but if thou dost deserve it, it shall be granted, for with each passionate wish the blessing nears. Tune up the fine strung instrument of thy being to chord with thy dear hope, and do not tire. When both in key and rhythm are agreeing, lo, thou shalt kiss the lips of thy desire. The thing thou cravest so waits in the distance, wrapped in the silence, unseen and dumb. 'Tis thine to make it part of thy existence. Live worthy of it, call, and it will come. Ella Wheeler Wilcox, 1887. It is only the silly and inexperienced who think ladyhood and work to be incompatible. Hester M. Poole, 1891. My daintiness does not hurt you. Richard Jefferies, 1885. Thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a nice thumbs up, and remember to tell your friends about my books. Happy reading!